The symbolism of the elephant. The elephant as an intelligence. The elephant is the symbol of a very powerful god or intelligence. Symbolically, he is masculine as opposed to feminine, meaning he is a creator of ideas, a father, and not the mother that nurtures the ideas and brings them into existence. The mother is often shown symbolically as a turtle or tortoise. She is mounted by the elephants and gives birth to cosmic eggs, burying her eggs in earth. In most mystic systems, elephants are the mainstay upon which other intelligences rest. The elephant and the intelligence hierarchy. Thus, in all mystic systems, the elephant represents a very major deity. So which deity or deities? In Indian legend, for example, when Brahma created the golden egg, 7 male and 8 female elephants emerged, hinting that elephants might correspond to the planets. But the elephant is always depicted supporting others in the intelligence hierarchy. Indra, for example, an ancient Vedic deity in Hinduism, is a planetary intelligence equivalent to Jupiter, Perun, Pacunus, Zalmoxis, Tyrannus, Zeus, and Thor. He is shown wielding a Vajra, a thunderbolt, and riding on a white, indicating purity, elephant known as Airaavatha. The number of heads of any deity is used to integrate the degree of intelligence, and Airaavatha sometimes has 3, whilst the Jain sometimes show him with 5 heads, so really intelligent. But if we imagine the tree of life turned upside down, so that God becomes the trunk of the tree, we can see that the very first intelligences appear to support the gods that took over from them. In myth, this takeover was described as though it was a battle between fathers and sons, and usually involved the figurative castration of the father by the son, so that the sons could take over. In Greek myth, for example, according to the theogony of Hesiod, the 12 children of the very first father and mother, Uranus and Gaia, were the Titans, leading us to conclude that elephants symbolically represent the Titans, the intelligences closest to the ultimate intelligence, or God. Ganesha. The elephant god Ganesha is venerated throughout India, Nepal and beyond by Hindus, Jains and Buddhists. Ganesha is the patron of arts and sciences and the god of intellect and wisdom. If we now look at a map of the cosmic egg, working our way inwards through the levels, we see the elements, earth, water, air and fire, known as the outward court, then the symbolic planets, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and so on, the inward court, and finally we get to the true inner court, which is where the functions of wisdom and love, symbolically pink, are to be found. And these functions are right next to the very centre, the mother and father in the Trinity. Thus, an elephant is symbolically a Titan, and Ganesha is thus a Titan too, representing love and wisdom. Although it is literally a large and powerful animal, elephant shows both wisdom and gentleness, especially towards its young. rain. Indian mythology states that elephants are capable of giving rise to clouds and rain. Rain is the symbol for spiritual input, to help to us from the gods. And elephants are said to figuratively use their trunk to spray rain on us. Its trunk has the added advantage of being symbolically like a tunnel. Ears symbolically indicate the ability to know all that is going on, reading thoughts and minds, collecting perceptions. And not just figuratively, but literally, elephants do have good hearing, detecting sounds as low as 14 to 16 Hz and as high as 12,000 Hz. And they have a good memory for remembering them. Mnemosyne was one of the titans. The tusks. An elephant's tusks are the symbolic equivalent of the twin horns, and they are long, meaning its spiritual connection is large. And we have a whole video dedicated to this symbolism.